stage are some of the most famous voices in the world. Now, we've already met Gene Vanderpyle, the voice behind Wilma Flintstone. Now, two of my next guests are backstage. Can you all guess who they are? Mystery guest number one, please tell our audience hello.
Hello, audience.
Do you know who that is, everyone? Oh, if my mother knew that I was talking about Scooby-Doo, I don't know. Mystery guest number two, please tell our audience hello.
Oh, hello, gee, I'm sure happy to be here.
Everyone, who is that? Boo Boo Bear. Scooby-Doo and Boo Boo Bear. Would you believe that both those voices you just heard are one man? Everyone, please welcome the voice behind Scooby-Doo and Boo Boo Bear, Don Messick. Don. Okay. Just doesn't look like Boo Boo, does he? Let's start out this way, Don. Did Boo Boo start out the way we just heard him?
No, in the beginning it was the suggestion by the director, Joe Barbera, that he had kind of a cold in the nose, like that. And I just kind of thought I'd get tired of talking like that, so he gradually moved into a more simple, naive little guy.
Right. Now,
we've all attempted to growl in our day.
But how did the growl for Scooby-Doo come about?
Mr. Barbera. I said it right. He knew that Don could do growl talk. So here I am.
Now, there were other characters on Scooby-Doo that you did.
I did Scrappy. Yeah, Scrappy-Doo. That's Scooby's nephew. Yeah, my nephew, Scrappy. Ooh. My Uncle Scooby is the bravest dog in the whole wide world.
I mean, what is it, Don? I mean, you've become like a dog expert. I mean, before we get to the other dogs, here is a clip of Scooby and his owner, Shaggy.
Like, maybe we better go with them, huh, Scoob?
No way.
Hey! Scooby! Scooby-Doo! Where are you?
Over here.
You also do Droopy Dog.
Yes, sad face, cute. You know what? I'm happy.
Let's take a look as Droopy, our hero, tries to catch an escaped convict.
Droopy, you gotta help us. Droopy, you're our last hope. Will you save our city from that nasty eradicator?
Why is it always me? Come on, Jipper. We gotta get rid of that erector.
Now, if you had to describe Droopy, how would you describe him, Don?
Well, he's a very laconic and laid-back kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he always manages to capture the bad people. Bum, bum. Yeah.
And there were other dogs in your repertoire. There's the famous Jetson dog, Astro. Here is a clip of Don as Astro.
Why don't you take Astro out for a dog walk, dear, while I fix dinner?
Lovely.
Well, you're going for a walk anyway, so you can skip that snappy back talk. Now, come on.
Come on, on your feet.
Aurora.
Oh, boy, I must have the only juvenile dog delinquent in town. Now, spare me the sad parting bit. Just go. Take a walk.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, so you're sorry.
Now, how did Astro come about, Don? How did Astro come about?
Well, again, Joe Barbera knew I could do that growl talk.
Yeah, which I want to see you work into it.
Right. Where's George? I wrote George.
Now, was it such that whenever Hanna-Barbera drew a dog, they called you?
Mostly, yes.
I mean, if you knew there was a dog, I mean, you were in business.
Well, there were other dogs that came along later, but yes, that was pretty much it.
Okay.
And it's been a dog's life, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
Talking about animals, we have heard our next guest all of our lives. Mystery guest, will you tell my audience hello?
I can't tell you how delighted I am to be here.
You know who that is, everybody? Tony the Tiger. And give me the best, I think, signature in cartoon land, will you, Tony?
Well, put a tiger on your team with Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. There go.
Earl Ravenscroft. Tony the Tiger.
Hi, Maury.
How are you? Earl, nice to be with you. How many years do we go back?
You mean on Tony?
Yeah.
I've been doing Tony for 43 years.
Oh, my God.
So far, I'm still doing it.
Now, let's take us back 43 years ago, Thurl.
Yes.
Do you get a call from somebody? What's the story?
Well, I had a quartet. Most of my career, I've been a singer. And I had a quartet, and we did some Kellogg Cornflake commercials. So the agency and Kellogg's knew, and they came out with this new cereal and a new character. They sent a picture of Tony and a sample script and a character description. Said, send this out to Thurl and see what he'll do with it. And, of course, the catchphrase was always, well, Tony, are Frosted Flakes any good? And Tony would say, good, why, they're great. But we decided we had to do something with the word great. So we horsed around and messed around and tried different things. And finally I said, hey, how about if I say, they're great?
And it stayed with us for 43 years. Here's a clip of Tony the Tiger.
43 years, I'm still doing it. Thank the good
action.
Lord.
Here's Tony.
How can I be a worthy mother when all I want is my children's cereal?
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes just for kids? Brave adults say no.
My wife said she'd do anything to help. I told her to get me a spoon.
Now more than ever, these adults are stepping forward to admit they love that sweet, delicious crunch.
My passion finally led to a marriage of convenience. He's a milkman.
Come on, give in. Frosted Flakes have a taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
That's the Tony we know. Now, when you get to be a hit with a big cereal, I mean, it's not just for us. I mean, the next thing you know, you're all over the world. You do Tony in Spanish, don't you, Thurl?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'll tell you, I know there are a lot of people probably in our audience who understand this language. Will you give them a little evidence of Tony speaking Spanish?
Well, someone says, El Toño, sugar frosted flakes de Kellogg's son rico? Tony says, rico? Son riquísimo.
Okay. Earl Ravenscroft, next. You probably know him best from the Police Academy movies, the man of 10,000 sound effects, Michael Winslow, when we come back after this.
Target human missile destroyed.
God, you're a robot. My God, you're a robot. My God, you're a robot.
If you have that First Friends and Family basic plan, look at your bill. I'm with MCI, and I have 9 calls on my bill, and none of them are on my calling circle. I only have 3 calls, and none of them are on my calling circle.
I have 23 calls on my bill, and 3 of them are in my calling circle.
Are you getting the savings you expected from that first Friends and Family plan?
Well, it doesn't look like it from this phone bill. I had a friend try to get me into it because she had joined up, and I said, well, I don't think so. I said, how many people have you signed up? She goes, none. I said, so you're not saving any money right now, right? She goes, no, not really.
To get savings without the circles, switch to AT&T True Savings. There's no lists, no fees, no hassles. It's simple. Call anyone, anytime, anywhere in the U.S. and save. Just call 1-800-PIC-ATT.
We have enough hassles, enough problems, enough to deal with without having to deal with, well, let me see, is Mary Jo on my friends and family circle? I want it to be simple and no nonsense.
True Savings is the simple way to save. Spend as little as $10 a month and you'll save 25% off your AT&T bill. Guaranteed.
Yeah, simplicity is probably the utmost thing.
And True Savings gets even better. When you spend $50 a month, you'll save 30%.
Consumers are smart. They look for savings.
You'll always save more with True Savings versus First Friends and Family Basic. Switch to AT&T and switch for free.
Simplicity and savings is the key in terms of making long-distance phone calls.
Switch today and enjoy a bonus. AT&T True Rewards. Earn points good for free AT&T minutes or free miles on British Airways, Delta, United, or U.S. Air when you spend $25 a month with AT&T.
My in-laws are actually coming next week due to the bonus programs with AT&T. What's not to like? Really?
Switching is free. True Rewards is free. And the savings are guaranteed. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT.
Just call up and say, I want to switch back, and you're done.
Your true choice. AT&T.
Everybody likes to save, but coupon books are awkward, bulky, and once they're gone, they're gone. Introducing the Exchange Card, your passport to fantastic savings. Save on all kinds of goods and services, from restaurants to golf courses, from optometry to upholstery cleaning, as much as 50%. And because it's not a coupon, you can go back to the same business again and again. Only $39.95 for 1 full year. Call today, 422-4966. That's 422-4966. The Exchange Card, the smart shopper's best friend.
If you think you have the funniest, the most outrageous, or just plain incredible home video and want to share it, call us at 1-800-593-2000. That's 1-800-593-2000. As you can guess, we're meeting people today with the most famous voices, and my next guest is probably one of the most unusual of them all. You probably know him best as Sergeant Larvell Jones in the Police Academy movie. Welcome the man of 10,000 sound effects, Michael Winslow. Now, he does 10,000 sound effects. This one I never believe anyone can do. This is from my former television show called A Current Affair, and we all knew that they had a particular sound on this show. And the way it went I would go like, next, on A Current Affair. Now, Michael, I hear you've been watching the O.J. trial.
Yes, I have. It's been wonderful, wonderful, great material for comedians and everybody else. As you can see, we've been using it for 6 months.
Right.
We want to go another 6 months.
Right. I mean, how do you articulate all this? How do you see it? How do you visualize it?
Well, first of all, I'm sort of looking at the way culture looks at it. So the way I would do it is, this is my version of Freddie Mercury and Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah, girls on trial today. They pulled him off the 405 in a Bronco 255. Oh,
Just he won't let O.J. go. Just eat, so he won't let O.J. go.
Let him go!
Mamma mia, kill the call.
And that's right.
There's more.
Yeah.
There's more to it than that. I mean, the trial is basically like a big movie. I mean, first of all, you see the judge going, all right,
Call your first witness.
and Johnny Carson goes,
Oh, yeah. DNA, I don't care what you say. Not guilty. Not guilty.
You must, where did this come, what were you like in high school? I mean, were you thrown out of every class? I mean, what was the story there?
I was a big pain in the, you understand?
I mean, is that when you first did it, when you were a kid? I mean, you just picked up
everything. I mean, first of all, they had a first guy, you know, when there were two of us, right? And me and my buddy, whenever he'd get in trouble, they kick him out. I'd go to the subtle stuff, like the fingernails on the chalkboard. Like,
Okay, our lesson for today.
Oh, no.
and then, of course, the dog in the desk, you know. And I was a fan from way back. You know, because I was watching him. That's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. Every time I see him, I want to go, hey, I like that.
You do Stevie Wonder and his harmonica. Who have seen Woodstock, seen the movie Woodstock, we've all seen Jimi Hendrix playing the national anthem like no other.
Hey, what's up? This is Jimmy. I got to stand up for this because this is about America, and this is the national anthem.
Now, we got a guy here. We brought some food for my buddy over here, okay? My buddy from Connecticut is like, you know, been to McDonald's or somewhere and just woofing it down. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Just go ahead. Start eating.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
We've got more from Michael Winslow. We got more from Don Meskick and all of our characters today. You probably hear this next voice every day of your life. But did you ever think that there was actually a person behind it?
The number is 627-337.
The woman behind 411. Next, here on the Maury Povich Show.
Promotional fee has been provided by... Now you can lose weight by eating delicious chocolate-flavored caramel candy, Permethine candy, with the appetite-control ingredient that's helped millions. Delicious Permethine weight loss candy.
Hello, I'm Maura Fitzgerald, and I'd like to tell you about an exciting concept in kitchen remodeling, one that can transform your old kitchen into a beautiful new-looking kitchen for significantly less than the cost of custom kitchen remodeling. It's called refacing, and nobody does it better than us. Refacing takes just 3 to 5 days. Incredible? Well, this free video explains the entire process. It's simple, really. You see, we don't build new cabinets, just replace your existing drawer fronts, doors, and hardware. It's fast and affordable. Not to mention beautiful. Just look at all the styles you can choose from. But don't wait. Call today to receive your free video. It answers all your questions. We'll send it out right away. Once you've seen it, we think you'll agree. Fierce cabinet refacing is the better way to a beautiful new looking kitchen.
Choosing the right lenses can be confusing. At LensCrafters, we have these featherweight lenses. They're made of a thin, lightweight material, but they're also tough.
Now I see.
It can even stand up to a direct hit like this. Take a look at that. Isn't great? No lens is shatterproof, but featherweight lenses are 10 times more shatter resistant than other types of lenses. Only LensCrafters has featherweights, and we can make them in about an hour. People choose lightweight lenses for comfort, but when they're safer, I sleep better.
LensCrafters, helping people see better 1 hour at a time.
Don't miss this limited time offer from Bell Atlantic.
It's your boss. Don't answer it. I'm not done yet. Okay. Have you seen Bobby?
Presenting Caller ID Deluxe, a phone service you can use to customize your phone to fit the way your family lives. It shows who's calling before you answer. Call now, sign up, and get a $27.50 credit you can use to pay for your display unit.
Please tell me that my call...
Your Caller ID Deluxe display unit keeps a record of up to 10 callers' names, numbers, and when they call, so you'll know who's calling your family.
I knew he'd call.
There's that number again.
And you'll know where your family is calling from.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Bobby's at the Fishers.
That's where he is.
Oh, Mom, it's your office.
Yes, Mr. Bigelow.
Call now, sign up for Caller ID Deluxe from Bell Atlantic, and get a $27.50 credit that can pay for your display unit. And hurry, it's a limited time offer. Bell Atlantic, the heart of communication.
Okay, now with some of our guests, we're ready to kind of make up a scene here now. Here's the scene. Wilma is in the house. Bam Bam, the Barney Rubble's kid, is nearby, and Wilma is calling in Dino to come in. Okay, Wilma, can you do that for us, Gene?
Dino, come on, get in here. Hurry up. Okay, that's enough.
Hey! What about me? I want to play with Dina. Bam, bam, bam.
Now, let's come to the real world for a second. How many times a day do we hear this voice?
The number you have reached, 455-008, in area code 212, has been disconnected. No further information is available.
Have you ever stopped to think that there just might be a person behind that voice? It's not just a computer. She is real, and she is here with us today. Welcome, everyone, the voice of 411, Joan Kenley. So, do it for us. I mean, we hear you all the time. I mean, you're part of our family.
I hope so.
Yeah.
555-1212.
Now, where did this all come about?
Strange. It was strange. The physics professor in Berkeley put my voice tape, because I was doing commercials in San Francisco, through a digitizer, and my voice stayed on the tape, or on the chip, and the tape, and so they said, this voice will work. So I started doing grocery store voices, $1.02. Thank you for shopping at Grand Union. And that started it. Then it was cars and elevators and planes and hotels and voicemail systems.
Okay. Now, Michael, let's conjure this up. You're on the telephone, and you're calling 411.
sorry. That number is disconnected, and there is no forwarding number.
I love you, my squeeze.
I love that voice. That's the uplift man voice. That's the one. Joan does a voice that hopefully none of us have ever heard or will hear. You are the voice on airplanes when things go wrong.
Yes, and it's up in the cockpit, so you won't hear it as a passenger, but you would hear, if you were the pilot, warning, warning, losing altitude, altitude, altitude. Engine on fire, engine on fire.
They've got that tape in the cockpit? We'll be right back. We have a lot more for you right after this. Next, the voices behind these famous sounds. Did you fall in love with someone you met through a computer and you want to meet them for the first time in person? Call us at 1-800-593-2000. That's 1-800-593-2000.
Making women look younger isn't magic. It's my job. Before, all you could do was use a moisturizer. Pond's age-defying lotion actually seems to take years off because it contains alpha-nutrient, a blend of vitamins and 3 alpha-hydroxy compounds. Women start to see truly younger-looking skin in just 2 weeks. I hope someday we can eliminate the appearance of wrinkles altogether. But this is a pretty good start. Age-defying lotion from the Pond Institute.
If you love Velveeta,
We're gonna cream you with Velveeta, cream you with Velveeta shells and cheese.
the only one with creamy Velveeta taste.
We're gonna cream you.
What do you put on first?
I can't believe what you are changing into.
Hanes or Way panties. More ways to undress up.
Just wait till we get our hands on you.
I like my dog, I like my mama, but I love my GRC. New Golden Raisin Crisp. I like Montana, like Alabama, but I love new GRC. New Golden Raisin Crisp. Crispy flakes and clusters. Finally, a raisin cereal with more to love than just raisins. GRC's got crisp and crunch. Tastes so good, I'd eat it for lunch. Post Golden Raisin Crisp. Want a raisin cereal you're gonna love? Well, go get your spoon. It's gotta be GRC. Get it, New Golden Raisin Crisp.
2 more truckloads from Mohawk. There's no room. Cut the price in half. All these carpets are overstocked. Cut the price in half. We're way overloaded on these Stainmasters. Cut the price in half. Carpet half price, padding half price, labor half price. Right now, an entire warehouse full of carpet, half price. Installation half price. Soft foam pad, half price. You simply can't save more. Carpet, padding, labor, all half price. Don't miss it. Sale ends Saturday at New York Carpet World.
It's our 8th anniversary at Dinettes Unlimited, and we're celebrating by offering every dinette and bar stool at 20 to 50% off. Like this solid pine corner group with self-storing benches at $4.99. Custom tile top sets don't have to be expensive. This 5-piece set is just $4.99. And both nostalgia sets are at their lowest price ever at only $4.99. Celebrate our 8th anniversary and save 20 to 50% on every set at Dinettes Unlimited, across from Hanes on Virginia Beach Boulevard, and Dinettes Unlimited across from Lynn Haven Mall.
These women thought they were in love, but when they got pregnant, their men walked out on them.
During the time I was with her, I had other girlfriends.
I got pregnant 3 times and he dumped me 3 times.
Now, these guys are ready to do whatever it takes to put their families back together.
I want to try to work things out.
He's so way down in his skin.
And these women have to make the biggest decisions of their lives.
Why would you want to have another baby with such a loser?
On the next Maury Povich Show.
Now, sometimes, some of the most well-known voices, as we've seen, come from commercials. I think the only reason I kept watching the Super Bowl this past year, for instance, when San Francisco was blowing out San Diego, were the commercials. And this particular commercial I think just blew everybody away. Have you heard this?
Bush. Bush. Wise. Bush. Bush. Wise. Bush. Bush. Wise. Bush. Wise. Bush. Bush. Wise.
Well, there are people behind those frogs, everybody. Please welcome Bud, Wise, and the Budweiser frogs. Tom Woodard. Say your names. Okay.
Bud.
No, Tom Woodard. Tom Woodard.
Wise. Ronnie Brooks.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. So who wants to talk about how this all came about?
I'll let you know. A good friend of mine's a creative director at Darcy in St. Louis, and he had a pet frog named Bud when he was a little kid. And when he became a creative director, he decided on the Budweiser account that this would be a great campaign. And he called one afternoon about 2 o'clock to Hummingbird Productions, where we work in Nashville.
Now, you all are a music house in Nashville.
Right.
You
exactly.
don't do voices, you do music.
Exactly. So he called. We had been doing some work with him before, and he called us and said, 3 frogs saying Budweiser, can you have it up here in the morning? We want to show it as a demo. And so Brian and I started putting it all together. Ronnie had to walk down the hall and say Wise, and the rest is history. The demo ended up being the one that went on the air.
So the first thing that came to your mind ended up being the commercial.
Exactly. Michael Smith, the guy at Darcy, went into Augustus Bush's office with 3 little pencil drawings and our audio track, and that's what got the account. That's where it started, believe it or not.
That's amazing.
And now we're millionaires. Yeah, right, no.
Did you ever think it would take off like this?
No, not at all.
What's it like for you now, Tom? I mean, somebody told me you go to church.
Right.
What happened?
My mom's proud of that. Well, I go to church. I was passing out communion at church one day, and I hand the communion tray to this lady, and she looks up at me and goes, Bud. I thought, man, this has kind of gotten out of hand a little.
Right. Sometimes when you hear a cartoon character's voice, the person behind the voice is not always who you think it is. Take this famous voice, for example.
Pretty exciting, eh, Rock?
Oh, that's just an old wives' tale, Bullwinkle.
Old wives with whiskers?
I mean, it's just make-believe.
Make-believe?
Sure. There's no such thing as a wailing whale.
Well, if you can't believe what you read in a comic book, what can you believe?
Believe it or not, Rocky is a she. Everyone, please welcome the legendary June Foray. June is here. Now, June, you were in San Francisco last week.
That's right.
And you were doing a speech about Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Well, I was at the Festival of Animation. That's correct.
And what happened there?
Well, you know, I was orating about my life in cartoons and so forth. And then I asked for questions and answers. And somebody from the audience, a gentleman, said, Miss Foray, and I said, call me June. He said, what was the real relationship between Rocky and Bullwinkle? It sort of took me aback a little, and I said, Hokey Smoke, we're just good friends, but only somebody in San Francisco would ask a question like that.
Well, I have a lot of friends in San Francisco. You also did my senior producer's favorite cartoon character is Natasha.
Oh, darling, everybody loves Natasha. Even Boris, darling.
That's terrific.
Now, Boris, of course.
You've also done my favorite cartoon of all time happens to be, what is that bird? Sylvester and... I thought I saw a pretty cat. I did. You played Granny.
Right.
Now, how did Granny... Here, well, I'll tell you what. First, here's a clip. Here's a clip of Granny with her famous house pet.
Let me warn you, Sylvester, for absolutely the last time, if there's one little feather, just one little feather harmed of this bird, word. I'm going to send you to the violin string factory. Remember.
So, June,
Yes.
give us your granny.
Well, I was doing Granny a long time ago in the shorts, you see, the theatrical shorts. However, now that Warner Brothers has bought a new network, I'm backwards from King Sylvester, and I'm doing the detective who goes around the world solving all the problems.
Okay. Very good. Before we break for a commercial, another one of my... Actually, I must talk to hosts. I can do this, because these are my favorite. Roadrunner has always been my great cartoon short. I did not know this. Michael? We'll be back. We're not done yet. Don Messick does other voices. We'll find out all about these characters when we come back after this.
Do those MCI friends and family plans get just a little too personal?
I didn't like the calling circle. I didn't like the list. I felt uncomfortable about giving out people's names. I felt like I was setting my friends and my family up for a sales pitch.
I think there's a certain privacy there that you want to keep.
Is MCI coming between you and your friends and family?
I've given all their names and their telephone numbers out. Ooh, that was not pretty. My friends were calling me saying, what are you getting my number out for?
But we ended up getting into a huge fight. I mean, all of a sudden I can't drag out a fight.
It cost a little family feud.
You never have to give out names again with AT&T True Savings. Spend just $10 a month, subtract 25% off your AT&T bill. Guaranteed.
Whenever I want to call somebody, I call them.
It's not the hassle of dealing with MCI and the calling circles.
You don't have to sign up half the family. You don't have to give them any numbers.
Anytime you pick up the phone, you get the discount.
That's right. Switch to AT&T today so you can save to anyone, anytime, anywhere in the U.S. Call 1-800-PICK-ATT.
Stay with AT&T. And the one word for me is convenience. I can pick up a phone, call, anywhere, anytime.
And I found that AT&T works best for me.
True Savings gets even better. Spend $50 a month, subtract 30% off your AT&T bill. Just call today.
And I like that the more calls I make, the bigger discount I'm going to get.
And I can see the savings in black and white. That's what's important.
Switch today and get a bonus. AT&T True Rewards. Earn points good for free minutes and free miles after spending just $25 a month with AT&T.
It's like something, a little present you're getting for the money you're spending anyway. Who wouldn't like those kinds of rewards? It's kind of like you're going to win all the way around.
True Savings is free. True Rewards is free. Switch today and switch free. Just call 1-800-PICK-ATT.
I need to switch to AT&T. I definitely need to switch. So if MCI calls, I just say I'm, 100% satisfied with AT&T.
I mean, if I have my choice between the two long-distance companies, it will always be AT&T.
Savings without lists. That's your true choice. AT&T.
We all know how high credit card interest rates are these days. But for a limited time, the Hub Furniture Centers are cutting their rates to 0 for up to 2 full years. Buy the furniture you need and save up to $600 and more. Spend $300 and get 6 months of free financing. $1,000 gets you a year, $2,000 earns 18 months, and $3,000 means 2 years to pay with no finance charges. Free financing. It only happens twice a year, and only here at the Hub.
Does all the different telephone numbers.
Okay. All right, we're back. We've got so much to talk about with these amazing voices. June.
Yes.
You worked with a man I met on many occasions who, to me, was a legend of all time, and that was Mel Blanc.
Oh, yes. Well, I also did Witch Hazel. Will you remind me of Paul? That's
And you played in Roger Rabbit, right?
Yes, I was Lena Hyena. I also played Dizzy Weasel.
Yeah, how did Lena Hyena go?
Oh, well, she was in love with Roger Rabbit. She had a figure like the lead in it, but she was kind of ugly when she looked toward the camera.
I see. She had that hourglass figure except for the face. Right.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Stand right up. What do you want to ask?
I have a question for lady with the
For Joan?
Joan, right, Joan. How all the telephone numbers, what kind of technology do they use? I'm sure you can't do every phone number. How do you do everybody's phone number with your voice?
How does that happen?
Well, you record from 1 to 100, but you record up, flat, and down. 1, 1, 1. And then they make it sound like a human being
so in other words, if the 1 is in the beginning of the number, the middle of the number, or the end of the number.
Exactly.
That's it. Now and so you do each number 1 to 100 3 times.
That's it.
And then they
put it all together, mix and match. The computer does that. Isn't that amazing?
That's scary. Don, you're also Papa Smurf?
Yes, indeed. I wish the rest of my Smurfs were here, but they're in syndication now.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? We had so many. Yes. What do you want to know?
I just wanted to know, what did Barney Rubble do for a living?
Gene?
That's a trick question. People have asked that for years, and nobody knows.
Neither Hannah nor Barbara know?
Huh?
Neither Hannah nor Barbara know?
I seriously doubt it.
I just wanted to ask Michael, are you ever serious, or do you constantly be doing all these noises at every time? When you're with your mate, maybe, are you always doing these noises?
That's an interesting thing. What's that like? What's that scene?
No, I have my serious moments. I've done dramatic stuff, too. I was in one of the original episodes of White Shadow. That was a dramatic role. And I do things, dramatically from time to time. And no, I don't do invisible dogs in the bag at the airport to freak out security. And no more talking dice at the casino, because it really makes the Texans angry.
How about Barry White? You do Barry White.
Oh, you know I do. You know I do, baby. I love you, baby.
We'll be right back after this with all of our great voices.
If you would like to join Maury in the studio audience, then call or write for free tickets. It's the Maury Povich Show, 221 West 26th Street, New York, 10001. Or call 212-989-3622.
Don't miss this limited time offer from Bell Atlantic.
It's your boss. Don't answer it. I'm not done yet. Okay. Have you seen Bobby?
Presenting Caller ID Deluxe, a phone service you can use to customize your phone to fit the way your family lives. It shows who's calling before you answer. Call now, sign up, and get a $27.50 credit you can use to pay for your display unit.
Please tell me that my call...
Your Caller ID Deluxe display unit keeps a record of up to 10 callers' names, numbers, and when they call, so you'll know who's calling your family.
I knew he'd call.
There's that number again.
And you'll know where your family is calling from.
Oops, I forgot to tell you. Bobby's at the Fishers.
That's where he is.
Oh, Mom, it's your office.
Yes, Mr. Bigelow.
Call now, sign up for Caller ID Deluxe from Bell Atlantic, and get a $27.50 credit that can pay for your display unit. And hurry, it's a limited time offer. Bell Atlantic, the heart of communication.
The Casey Auto Group understands the importance of having a reliable car or truck. We also understand that sometimes events beyond your control adversely affect your credit standing, such as loss of job, sickness, divorce, repossession, bankruptcy, or maybe you've been turned down because you're a first-time buyer. Well, Casey can help. Call 1-800-944-9191 and speak with one of our credit counselors, trained to work closely and privately to help you finance the car or truck you need. Call 1-800-944-9191. Casey, the only name you need to know.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, ring a bell, ding dong. If you're happy and you know it, ring a bell, ding dong. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, ring a bell.
9-year-old Thomas and his sisters, 8-year-old Latrell and 7-year-old Tiara, are fairly typical.
My brother don't let me play his Nintendo. I still love him.
These children want desperately to stay together and hope to find a family that will adopt all three of them.
I want them to be good and nice, and so I could be good back to them.
I'm Dave Thomas. For more information on special need adoption, please call the Children's Home Society of Virginia.
Okay, June, when did Rocky, what was the year Rocky started?
1959.
My gosh.
Yeah. 59 to 61
And-
on ABC, and then 61 to 64 on NBC, and then it went into syndication.
Right. And Thurl, when did Tony the Tiger start?
About 1952.
Oh, my gosh. You're great. Gene, when did the Flintstones, early 60s?
1960. Fall of October 1960.
There you go. What great, great voices and what great memories you three have given us in California. I thank you so much for being with us. And here in our studio, Don, if I had an animal, I'm going to name it Messick.
No, why not Scooby?
Joan, thank you so much. Michael, the Police Academy 7, is that out, gone? Is it already happening?
It's in the video store.
It's in the video
store. And along with that, my favorite character, which I did in Gremlins.
Right. Very good. And these three over here,
The best.
Tom, Ronnie, and Brian, congratulations. Right. You made our Super Bowl Sunday. You were the absolute hit of the Sunday. I thank you all so much. Thank you out there, everyone. We've had a great time today, a lot of fun. And as Fred Flintstone would say, yabba dabba doo. Until next time, America. Monday, meet women who got pregnant and then got dumped. But now the tables have turned because the guys want their ladies back. Monday.
A promotional fee has been provided by...
The doctor said we can get rid of warts ourselves. How?
Get Compound W. It penetrates warts layer by layer.
No more warts.
Compound W gets to the bottom of warts.
Menopause, a natural change of life. All natural Rejuvex supplies important nutrients during and after menopause. Try Rejuvex.
I was a size 16. I was fat. And that's when I decided to go to Jenny Craig.
A lot of people thought the earth... Politicians. Now, politics. Politicians. The selling of politicians. As political writer Teddy White reportedly observed,